Hello. Hey. I may have to work on levels a little. Maxilla! Jorf! Retro Demiurgy. Welcome in. Heart and Creativity. Thank you so much for the sub. Behind the Cannon! Look at everybody showing up for my random bad stream. Alright. Let's see. I was just going to start a new game. And difficulty options, I sort of did hard, but then set all the rewards back to 100 because I think the 60% is too low. We do have Plasma Blackout, requires signal for control, no extra ground stations, so we'll have to set up our own. It's a good idea. It'll be bad in advance. Yeah. Gotta let everybody know ahead of time. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I just turned everything. I don't know. I don't have any mods. I just sort of play. But we're going to start career mode. It's a pretty good Saturday. I slept till 4. It's a little horrifying. Oh, is that outrageously loud? These are the levels I was talking about. Actually, I'm going to do it in-game because I don't think we need birds chirping. Well, I'm going to do it out of game first so I can read this. Nice to meet you, says Gene Kerman. I'm Gene Kerman, flight director. This is Space Center. Yep, we know all this. Maybe you don't, so we'll read it. Feel free to have a look around. Use the mouses and arrow keys. Right-click the Space Center facilities to learn more about them. Left-click to head inside. If you need more information, check training on the main menu. Thanks. I've got it. All right, now let's get these birds out of here. I think it's ambiance. Just turn those guys down. Give it an old 35%. I'll make it into space under 2 hours. Ooh, that seems a little long. You haven't played this yet. That's a little long for space. Especially if you mean orbit or just get to space. A little bit of a debate. How long to space? Oh, wow. But we could do some sort of vote, right? Although I think, hold on, vote. No. How do I do that? What do y'all want the over-under to be? I think maybe I'm a little better than 2 hours. Can I make another outcome? No, yeah, it is only 2 outcomes. That's crazy. Or wait, is it? Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, there's more. Okay. How about something more difficult than space, though? How about I don't know. How about landing on the moon or Minimus? Just landing. Just landing. Any vehicle. All right. We'll give y'all 15 minutes to do this. Here you go. Got it. No, I think it's this is a prediction with more, right? Win channel points if you ooh, maybe I should do this. Anyway, stream is at 12 minutes now, so I guess we're starting. I can't see anything. This prediction thing took over. I only have two, but it had a little space. No pun intended. All right, so here we are. What I like to do first is try to get some easy missions. Oh, these are just the normal ones. Launch a vessel, get data. That's easy. If you haven't played this, there's a runway to take off aeroplanes. There's a space plane hangar to make airplanes. I've never made a space plane, so I'm calling them airplanes. There's the VAB, that's Vehicle Assembly Building. You put together rockets. Tracking station, we'll need to upgrade that to have better stuff. Astronaut complex. So here's our astronauts, by the way. Jebediah, you cannot see that, can you? That is tiny. Anyway, it's Jebediah Kerman, Bill Kerman, Bob Kerman, and Valentina Kerman. Valentina and Jebediah are pilots. Scientist is Bob. Bill is our engineer. We could hire some new ones, but we're not going to right now. It looks like I could have kept going retro, so more than 4, but I didn't go a lot. And we'll start this from stream time 15 minutes, I think. So we got 2 more minutes for me to sort of intro before we really play. Research and development. This is where we like learn new stuff. We have no science points, which are up here. Here's our money. Here's our reputation. Here's some other stuff you can look at, which I've not clicked very often. I just didn't seem to do anything. We have no archives. No, my game just froze. We may be making it nowhere. Oh, there's the archives. Okay, so if we... Wow, it really did crash out. All right, let's never click archives again. Let's open the game back up. That wasn't like a my computer thing. I think that was a I've never clicked archives in my life thing. Well, we'll hold off on the time starting for our hour since we're... This is worse than I anticipated. All right, let's not click archives ever again. Yeah. How was everybody else's Saturday? I hope it was good. I hope you woke up before 4 p.m. if you should have. I don't normally sleep quite that long. That's kind of a lot. Here, if the stream's choppy, it should be. I'm doing a bunch of stuff real quick. It'll sort out in a second. Oh yeah, it's choppy as heck. I'm looking at it on mine. But that's not a surprise to me. I assume I'm still streaming, but we'll find out in a second. There, just in case I'm still a slideshow. I look pretty normal on my stream now. Well, as normal as I ever look. We're still loading up. Just give it a sec. I guess we can. There we go. Cheap viewers. Yeah, normal in quotes, that's right. Yeah, we don't want no cheap viewers. Wow, look how long this is loading. Taking longer than earlier. I think something very bad happened earlier. Although my computer is garbage. Anyway. We'll look at the photos of our astronauts here. Look at that. See, that's fancy. I don't ever have anything like that. Although, look at whoever's flying it doesn't look too keen. Oh, and they're on all the windows, actually. You can see them back here frowning there as well. Lincarius! Oh, Jurassic Park. Maybe we should just play that instead. Thanks for the GL. This did not take this long earlier. Woof. Falling with style. That's our plan. I'm slideshowed, right? Because on mine I look real normal. But do I look normal? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and Maxilla, to answer your question, many times. And many times. But I don't know how long it normally takes. So I don't actually know the answer to the prediction myself. No. Oh, mine froze. Yeah. There's a moon pie. Or what if I, like, kill all processes I don't care about? Like, what do we need OBS running for? No, I'll get a new computer one day. Once it's loaded, it should be fine. I'd hate to, like, stop and start the stream again, though. Yeah, let's do this real quick. Why did I click that button? I've never clicked archives in my life. I don't know why I'd start now. How's the sound? Is the sound choppy? I know sometimes the video is and the sound's not. I'm actually listening to it now. It sounds fine. Welcome to the Routier slideshow. Hope everyone's having a good day. Yes, Maxilla. Thanks, Lincarius. Okay, good. Not just my phone, then. It really will be back to fine. Copium may be true, but I really think it will be. It's just... This is why I load all the games before the stream, which is oftentimes what I'm doing during the intro. It's hard to tell, though, because there's not a lot of moving on the intro, but it gets pretty choppy, I think, on my end anyway. Just give it a sec. I even restarted the computer and everything to make sure it was all good. Notice anything of being off if they're awake on Saturday night? That's fair. No, it's I think it's just it accessing all the like load up stuff for the game. Yeah, pretty much just Kerbal's eating everything, and OBS has like 40%, and Kerbal takes everything else. It's almost done, if that's a... It's still this photo. I can't see the bar. I don't know if this is done. Igniting the sun. Ah, that's useful. But yeah, if this finishes and I'm still a slideshow, we may like do a quick OBS reboot. Apologies. I mean, it takes a while to ignite the sun. Expansion loading complete. Yeah, we could do that as well. And I'll do that right now. Well, that's not the button I meant to push. Deactivate. There we go. I wonder what happened there. Something bad happened, and it's... Gosh, it was running so well earlier. What a great start. That looks pretty smooth. I'm about 10 seconds behind on my phone now. Let's see if the camera is back working good. Yeah, it looks all rightish. The game's a little choppy, but that's even on my end, honestly. All right, well, let me know. It looks good here. It sounds okay. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, all I was saying is this is where you research new technologies. But first, we should just launch our first vehicle. Do we still have those contracts? Yeah. Gather data, launch a vehicle. Oh, it's a little choppy now. Yeah, it's not great, though. Maybe my computer can't handle modern games. Maybe I'll have to go play Nintendo games. That's distressing. I thought this game was kind of chill enough, but... Anyway. Hello, I'm Werner von Kerman, Chief Rocketry Engineer. This is the vehicle assembly building where we build spacecraft and roll them out to launch. On your left, you find the components, and you have to look around with the right mouse button, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, if you see more explanations, ask us. So these are our command options. Wow. It really is. Let's do one thing. Let's just see if the game even works. Let's just launch something terrible. It's our first one. I'll obviously refund all the prediction points. Untitled spacecraft. Mine's still running good on the phone, so we'll just see if it's each load screen causes a chop and how the actual game itself runs. Here. All right, well. Let's get Jeb up here. All right. Ready to launch here. Let's see. So this turns on him keeping it straight. Yeah, it is coming and going. Okay. Maybe it'll even out. All right. I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah. We can also like get a quick crew report. That'll give us some science. That's like crew report flying over the Kerbal shores. The shores look inviting, and you watch the waves roll into the coast. So we'll take that as our. That choppiness in the game is on my end. Actually, it runs smoothly normally on my computer, but I guess streaming is too much. So it's just a little rocket booster. How high will we get? There's the moon. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the old parachute out. I didn't really mean for it to deploy, but I guess that'll work. I have to stay in a very specific spot or the illusion is shattered. We can speed this up as well. I don't know if that's a great idea. Ugh, where is that spot? There we go. Okay, so I think this down a little, this up a little. There we go. Want to hear that wind rushing by. I hope we made it to the water. Just barely. Whoa, I don't think it should do that. Ah, don't clip through the... Oh dear. So this has reaction wheels, which is why it's able to hold its spot, but it's probably using the crap out of our electricity. It is. See it going down. And this extremely tiny... You know what? Here, I know what I can do. I think there's a setting for this. UI scaling. Here we go. Wow. Okay. There we go. Maybe you can read stuff now. Look at the... out of the way. This is going pretty slow. We'll speed up. Hopefully that parachute opens. Okay, there it is. Anyway, we tested a rocket. A very small one. And we'll speed up. We are going to use speed up because this takes forever to just like get down. We'll slow it down before we hit the ground. Or the water in this case. And curse splash. All right, we're back to the ground, so recover vessel. That's spacesuit, yeah. All right, so we got like 8.5 science. One because we survived a flight, which is good. And some because we did that crew report while we were flying. Let's go learn some stuff. So a decoupler, thermometer, communitron, it's an antenna, and a different antenna. We'll buy all those. And an liquid engine, larger or solid fuel booster, and a small fuel tank. We'll grab that. How much are these? 20, 18, 15? We don't have enough for anything else. So, wait. I have forgotten. We should go see what contracts there are. Also, we just did those contracts, right? So, world first, we broke the speed record of 25 meters a second all the way up to 250 meters a second. Altitude record up to 7,000 meters. Recovered our first crew, etc., etc. And that all gives you money and some points. We finished our contract to launch a first vessel and gather data. So. Oh, what a great question, Retro Demiurgy. I'm actually, and nobody throw any tomatoes at me, I was thinking I might make terrible suspense for Heroes Quest and start Hunter on Monday. Beat Golgo, and then do all Hunter all August, every stream, which I'm sure I really want to play that game though, and so we're at a good stopping point for Sierra to switch over to Amiga August, or August, how is it? Amiga August. And same with NES days. Once Golgo's beaten, we're near the end, assuming we beat it. And Hunter is an Amiga game, right? I'm almost certain, but if not, we'll just do different ones. I don't know. So let's see what we got. Escape the atmosphere, maybe not yet. I like to do the ones that are like test something, splash down. I guess we could do that. No, that's no fun. These are kind of not good. How about a decoupler? I don't think we could do any of these right now. Let's just make one and we'll get more data and more stuff. Yeah, Mexil, I know. I'm the worst. First thing, do we have a heat shield? No. Okay, well that's good to know. So we're gonna get a decoupler, and we're gonna put some science stuff on here. I'm just gonna be lazy and do it double. This is toggle, so we're on the thing. So these are two science experiments. This is some goo we look at, and these are the temperatures. We are going to go ahead and use a bunch of fuel tanks. This on here, and also direct mount, which I don't recommend generally, but we're early. I don't suppose I have nose cones. Ugh, maybe not. Cancel the direct mount. We can't have many parts. We can have 30 parts, so we're gonna do a few more of these fuel tanks. We only have really small fuel tanks, so we have to use a bunch of them. You can click here. Let's get messages away. And our thruster weight ratio is 2.24, so this should be good. So we can actually add a few more. Let's do like 1.8's good. This is a liquid engine now, so we can throttle it as well. And we're gonna call this test 1. Save and launch. All right, back to the old. We're building a rocket, and we're gonna go to space eventually. But first, we have to do tests and learn things. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and observe this here at the site. So you can see we get recovery 3 science, so we're gonna keep that. We're gonna actually log the temperature at the launch site. And we're also going to take a crew report at the launch site. And here's our terrible rocket, but we're going to recover it immediately so we can then take science again later. So we're just going to use that to milk some science, which is a little silly. So you see we're up to 17 now, but we're going to go back to the launch pad. Use tests. Let's have Valentina fly us this time. And she'll appear down in the corner where we can watch her reactions to the flight. I look like a real astronaut? Thank you. I'm not, but... Oh no. Oh, because the UI changed. Ugh. That ruins everything. Alright. You know what? We'll just do this. Ah, bananas. Here, let's get her back, and we'll just, we'll get Valentina locked in here. So we can see her at least. There, that'll do for now. And she appears in the corner pretty big now anyway. I did that because the UI was so small, but now it's bigger. You can actually see her both places. Anyway, so here's our throttle right here. So I'm going to throttle us up probably about 70%. I don't know, is that 70? This is our staging. So first the rocket engine's going to start, then that's the decoupler and the parachute. We're going to do that at the same time. So when I push space, we should take off 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And let's see how we go. We can go ahead and observe our experiments now. So we looked at the mystery goo, collected and recorded temperature data from the environment. And the goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. Once we get to about 7, we're going to start turning a little. So this has thrust factoring, and it's actually like outrageously high. We're going to turn that gimbal down. Oh, we're going to turn the gimbal back up. Oh, we almost lost it there. Flying a little too off of our vector here. Turn it down now, though, so we don't overturn again. And we're actually going to increase thrust the rest of the way. We're going to try and get to the upper atmosphere at least here. I'm having to make a little bit of corrections. We're flying a little too fast. I should have gone maybe 60 or 50% early on. Valentina seems cozy, though. G-forces aren't too high. Yeah, I think we definitely made it. Not quite to orbit, but I think we're going to space today. A little dirty. We can go ahead and cut that engine, separate. I hope we don't need a heat shield for this re-entry. All right, once we pass 70,000 meters, that's the space threshold. There we go. So we can actually get some good data. 10 for that. I should have read it. I'm so sorry. The goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle in space. And then we'll take the temperature, collected and recorded temperature data from the environment, and then we'll see what Valentina thinks of her situation. It seems we are very much in space now. The sky seems to be mostly below us. All right. We're going to get her to fly the ship back here. And we're going to speed up a little. We can also go to this orbital map and see. Yeah, wow. Okay, we went a little high here. So that's our trajectory. Not quite in orbit, but we are going pretty far here. So we can speed it up and we'll watch as it flies. quite into space. Good thing we put the suit on. It looks like we made it like 300. And we're going to want the surface vector and have her fly directly opposed so that our front is facing, or our bottom is facing the air as we come back in. We'll come back in at 70, so we're going to fast forward a little bit. There we go. And once we're okay, once we're sure this is okay, we can speed back up again. I think we're going to lose our experiments hanging off the edge. I did not mean to fly quite so far. Absolutely. Yeah, that's bad. Oh my goodness. This thing can take quite a bit of heat, but I think we might lose Valentina here. Oof. There goes our goo experiment. There goes our temperature sensors. That's okay. I think she's going to make it because we're slowing down. Temperature's coming back. And that's why you want a heat shield and a service bay. Woof. It's quite dark. We've flown past the sun. It's setting back there. Our chute came out. Always a good thing. Woof. We'll go ahead and speed up now that we're kind of in a safe mode of flight. That was dangerous. Wasn't 100% sure. We need to switch this to lands because I think we're landing on land here. So we'll know when we're close. There we go. Coming in and kabunk. Not too eventful. Let's recover Valentina and her slightly exploded space craft here. Oh my gosh. Goodness, goodness, goodness. We did get her report though, so we got 5 for getting the crew report, and suborbital flight recovery got 8 science. So I think we can buy what we needed, which is the heat shield. Survivability, yes, heat shields. 15 research, we have 30. Oh my gosh, Jimmy, it is very hard to get close to the sun. You know, NASA sent up the Parker Solar Probe, and I think they did like 7 or 8 Venus flybys just to get decelerated by the planet, the orbital, the gravitational pull of Venus. It's just to get as close as we have. It's tough to go into the sun. But we're going to have a service bay and a heat shield now, so we'll be able to do what we just tried to do a little more better. And we can, well, hold on. I'd rather have better rockets than the nose cones. I kind of want both, but let's do this for now. So we bought a new liquid engine, a larger rocket booster, and a larger fuel tank. Yeah, you can get pretty close, but it's tough, like how big the ships get when you're doing that. So let's set up our like kind of base space capsule here. Let's get it a service bay. Let's open that up. All right, and now we can put our experiments in here. We also got a pressure, a barometer, as it were. All right, we'll just stick those here. We'll have 2 of those, 2 temperature sensors. And on the roof, we're going to stick 2 goo experiments. So that's a little science module. I want to recover those. So we're going to stick, baby heat shield. We're going to stick a heat shield on this thing. And we got the parachute, so we're good there. Put our decoupler back in. There we go. We can call this like Mark 1. We got like a real thing going here. right here. Let's... So the swivel engine has a gimbal. The Reliant does not, and it ekes out just a little more thrust, I believe. Yeah, so you can see it there. It says thrust ASL. That's at sea level. It's like something. It's 205, and this one is 167. But in vacuum, 240 versus 215. So we're going to actually have a stage here. So now our rocket has 2 stages. Let's do this and then check. Ugh, our staging is not right. So that's our engine down here. So what's our thruster weight? 1.18 rather. Let's drop a fuel tank and see what we get. 1400, 1.28. That's not terrible. Want this here. So those together should be good. Wait, why do I have one? I see. I had an extra decoupler. I don't need that. There we go. And then the parachute and then there. So second stage, that's our parachute. So what are we here? 4.18 thruster weight ratio. Got 1300 milliseconds. It's not quite enough for space. What if we give ourselves... a different boost? What if we go solids on the bottom? What are we looking at? No, that's worse. Ah, crap. Let's toss in just a small fuel. 1.25, that's still good. 15, 13. I don't know if I'm good enough to get us to orbit with this, but we'll give it a shot. I'll save that and let's launch. I'm not on the screen. No one said. I guess I'll just be in the suit again. Okay. All right. Our 2-stage rocket. See how this goes. We're gonna do full throttle here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Where are we at? We're at like 40 minutes. Not quite 40 minutes. If I started at 15 post stream, so let's see how we do. We'll start our turn at like 7. So this is our surface speed. This is orbital. Of course, we're getting a little bit from the turn of the planet. That's why our orbital vector is a little off. Okay. Gosh, oh, I forgot to turn the gimbal down. That's way too much. Gimbal limit a little here. We just want to start tilting over so that we give ourselves a little bit of horizontal velocity. We're still in the atmosphere, so we don't want to go like too much. We're about to be out. This is way low for second stage. I don't think we're making it to orbit today. Oof. Probably should have cut the engine first, but that'll work. Second stage. Yeah, we need to pull back on the throttle. Ooh, going a little fast. I like to get that vector at like 90 about this point. And then we'll cut. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Oh well. Let's check what we're looking at here. So we'll want to start our circularization burn here, but I don't think we're going to make it. So we'll speed up time a little, get ourselves around the right spot. And we're going to burn, but not until we're empty, because we do happen to make it orbit. We want to be able to deorbit. Let's see what we get from this. Stop about there. No, see, it's not quite close. We can burn the rest. But that's the idea. Once you get up there, of course, now we can get our experiments from space, which will give us lots of science. Observe the mystery goo. Clumped into a sphere. Of course, we accidentally blew that one up the first time. The instrument reads 0. It's as if we're in a vacuum. Get the temperature again, because we blew that up last time. We have her crew report from space, don't we? Yeah. We'll get it from the upper atmosphere from her. I'm also going to pull these out. The ones that we haven't used. These are one use unless you have a way to gather the data, which we don't right now. So I'm going to get those from the upper atmosphere. Let's close the service bay. And stage. Turn ourselves towards the planet for re-entry. And we'll speed up a little till we get closer. It's the delta V that you need is why it's hard, because you just getting to the sun is a lot of change in velocity, because you have to basically deorbit yourself from the orbital speed of the planet. All right, let's go ahead and log. We're gonna log everything. The goo seems to be getting very cold now. The other ones just said collected pressure and stuff. All right, we got our plasma coming off the heat shield. Our parachute is armed. We're turning off steering. This should be stable in this flight path, orientation rather. So, Valentina, you see her G limiter popping up. That was the second stage exploding. Nothing on our ship. We're all good. And and we're coming back, so let's speed up. Our chute should open around 500. I think we are over land, though. So let's see. No, that's the ocean. That's pretty clearly the ocean. So yeah, they're the same. And we'll watch the splashdown. Did we get the crew report? We'll get it from the water. And recover. There we go. Sorry, this is full screen, so I have to tab out to mess the cameras up. This is where we get all the money refunds for what we took with us. Science is what we... Oh, look at all this science. We have 63. Excellent. So we're going to buy this nose cone, but more importantly, a radial decoupler. This is very important. And we can just get advanced rocketry, which is very good. All right. We're ready. Let's do this. All right, let's kill all that. So we want a large tank. We now have a space engine. So the ISP on this is outrageously better than the others. ISP stands for specific impulse, but it's sort of like a measurement of efficiency. I think it's like change your speed by 1 meter a second per 1 second per something. I forget. ISP is a weird unit, but it's measured in seconds. So this has 345 in a vacuum, which is very good. These were at like 310, 320. So that's good. Much lower thrust though, but that's okay. That's gonna be our second stage. Someone smarter than me probably knows that one better. Let's keep our swivel engine. And now, importantly, whoops. This is outrageous overkill for what we're trying to do. Honestly, I'm being a little confident here. But those below, that's just below, that'll work, I guess. We can smooth them down just a smidge more. Not you. There we go. All right. Let's check staging. Always check staging. Solids, lower engine. We can start those at the same time. Pop the solids off. Pop that off together. Maybe we shouldn't. It's sort of dangerous. These will probably blow up each other because we don't have any side thrust to send them away. Oh no, but we're too heavy. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna fix this. We'll call this Mark II. So the launch pad could only support 18 tons. We're 30 tons right now. We'll go ahead and upgrade for 50 grand, so it'll be able to carry us. So let's launch. And who are we taking with us? Valentina? Yeah, Valentina. Okay. Let's bring her up. And me. Okay, now here's a serious one. Our thruster weight's probably outrageous. We're just gonna keep our throttle pretty low. I actually am terrified. Yeah, it's 2.26. So we're gonna keep the engine really low just for steering maybe at first. All right, let's go. We got Kerbal. I mean, we got Valentina holding us steady while I watch. Our speed's going way too fast. That'll be okay. Solids don't last too long. So a max Q early here. Ramping up the throttle just a smidge. Solids away. Yeah, they hit each other. Full thrust. What are we at? 1.5. That's not too bad. Alright, we're going to start our turn, which we should have done ages ago, but I was a little scared because we just had the... let's pull our gimbal back. Had our solids on still. And not much thrust from these. This is looking a lot better than earlier. see what we're looking like here. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Might even want to be a little higher here. Oh gosh, there we go. We'll just say it like this for the rest of this burn. Okay. And remember, our thrust increases as our weight decreases. So like our thruster weight now is like up to 2.8, and you can see it increasing. So our acceleration is actually that way. But, oh, don't look at my hands. This is breaking the illusion. All right, let's check where we're at. Yeah, it's looking pretty. All right, so let's speed up just a smidge as we go up into space. Separated from that first stage. About right here. Because this is a much lower thrust, so we're going to start our burn before our periapsis. Is that how you say it? Well, I am, but like... Alright, cutting the engine on. You know what? That's actually much better than I thought it would be. We're going to go ahead and head closer to our highest point here. Alright. Should be reaching orbit here in a second. You can see we're no longer hitting the ground, but we're still in the atmosphere on the far end. And I think that's done it. Alright, we're in orbit. We can tell by this. Speed records. Yes, we have entered orbit. Got $24,000, 2 science, and some reputation. Now, I put landers on this. We're still pretty close to our planet here, but let's look and see. Here is the local system. We have the moon and Minimus. This is easier to land on, but farther away. Also, you can look. It is off-centered from the equator, like the spin of, like, you know, the equator of the Earth, of Kerbal, sorry. Whereas the moon is not, but it's much larger. Can we make it there with 1700? I think so. Of course, if you go back out, there are other planets. We've got Moho, Eve, Duna, somewhere around here. Drez, Jewel, and Elu. I can pretty much get to Eve and Duna pretty good, but the rest is tough. There's a moon on Jewel. That's the other thing. And each of these planets have moons and things. Jewel. Oh, I don't have the space upgrade. I can't go look at the other planets right now. But yeah, so let's see. Where's our situation? So Minimus is there. We're gonna fly around for a second to about right there. Not quite there, not quite there. There we go. Not quite. I'm happy with that. And we're just gonna burn in the direction of our orbit to raise our orbit. See if it gets anywhere near Minimus. So you'll see as we go faster, our orbit raises on the other side. Sort of how orbital mechanics work. that's about right. And what we want to do is we want to raise this up so that it's in line with this. And I just happen to know the positioning is about right. It's really like, I think it's really like right there, but this should work because we can go kind of slow. So now you'll see if we look in the orbital plane that we have, we're not quite right. So we're going to wait till we're about right here. I don't have the tracking station, so we can't plan these maneuvers. So we're having to eyeball it. We'll do this just a little more. And if you look in the real world, you know, nothing much has changed. Our velocity has, but we're still right here by Kerbal. But as we continue, we'll be getting farther and farther away. About right here, I think. Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna burn, I think this one. Nope, that's wrong. It's going the wrong way. We're gonna burn this way, and that should line us up a little better with the Minimus. Is that opposite of what I want to do? Ah, crike. All right, and then let's raise it just a smidge more. So it gives us a little more time for intercepting. That should be good. It's going to be kind of jank, but like I said, we don't have patched conics right now. And watch ourselves fly away from the Kerbal there. There's the sunrise. And there's the moon, and if you look, we should be able to see the small dot of Minimus somewhere around here. I don't see it. I'd point it out if I did. There's the moon, of course. So from us, it should be out there somewhere. Is it that? I don't think it is. No, well, we'll be there soon enough. Now, this takes quite a long time, so we're actually going to speed up a little now, although we're already sped up. Let's see if we aimed well. Minimus is coming in. And once we get towards the top of this, we're going to lose, like, we're going to go really slow. So hopefully it'll give it time to catch us. It looks like I may have missed. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. I think we maybe not quite make it. Oh, no. Whiff. I should have burned when I got to the top a little. Oh, well, slowed us down more, but... Coming back to Kerbal at high velocity. There's a couple things we could do. One is try again from scratch. And one is go very fast until it's lined up a little bit. But since we have a lot of time, let's do that. It's going to whip around. One thing you have to watch for is intersecting the moon itself. That gets hairy. Yeah, we're good there. So one more loop, and we should be a little more lined up when we make corrections. No. Here we go. Are we going to make it? Oh, we're looking pretty good here. All right. We're now in the orbital influence of Minimus. Should be able to see it in the distance. There it is. We just need to slow ourselves down. Our orbit here of Minimus is only 241. So if we just burn this down quite a bit, let's check what we're doing here. And see, right now we're in a flyby, and it should start to wrap around and stop. All right, we're going to stop there. We're going to let ourselves circularize a little. Kind of missed my stop, but... All right, let's slow down just a little more. And I'm actually, yes, good. I want to intercept. Now, this is going to be rotating. So I want to intercept this area where my cursor is. So I'm going to move this up just a smidge. Cool. So let's see. I still think we're going to miss it, but because we're a little high, but let's see where we come in at. You can watch us fall towards Minimus, wherever it is. There she is. So we're now in an intercept course with Minimus, which is bad if we don't do something about it. Okay, let's check where we're landing now. Yeah, a little higher. Okay, as we get closer, we're going to start... I don't even have her. She's never even... Okay, well... We're going to start to bleed off the horizontal speed once we're over the flat areas, which we kind of are right now, so we may as well. Okay. That may have been a bit too fast. Minimus is so small. We can probably go a little farther here. All right, we're within 5,000 meters. Let our landing gear down here. May just suicide burn this near the end. We're going to go a little faster. Let's get down to 1,000. It won't let us speed up anymore. That's okay. So we're doing this manually. 31. We should be okay to make it back home. Presuming we land. Whoop. That's a little much. Alright, that way we can just focus on keeping ourselves... There we go. We just have to bleed this gained gravitational velocity off as we get closer to the ground. Oof, little graphic errors there. 300, 280, 250, 150, 110, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, too slow. I should have throttled a little. 25, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dunk. There! We've landed on Minimus. Hour and 15. That means it took exactly an hour? Oh no. And it's actually an hour and 55 seconds from when I said we'd start it. So let's see what the old voter things do. I don't know how to handle... How do I do the vote thing? I don't know where it's at. Oh no. I think 2-1 though. Congratulations. What do I do? Do I do prediction? Oh, choose outcome. Here we go. So between 1 and 2 hours, almost made it less than 1 hour, which would have been no one wins. But we did. We were an hour, 15 minutes, and 55 seconds into stream. I said 15 minutes was our starting point, so yeah, hour and 2. There you go, everybody. Congratulations to anyone who got that. So let's do some science while we're here. What's the temperature? What's the pressure? Collected. What does the goo say? You observe the goo. All right. Let's see what Valentina thinks about it. She assesses the situation. All right, now here's the part I'm bad at. A little choppy, isn't it? All right, so where are we and which direction are we going? So Minimus is flying in this direction. Sort of the white is where it's been and the dark's where it's going, so it's flying in this direction. We want to go slower as we leave, so we're going to want to orbit it in this direction and exit like this, right? And we're actually in a great spot for that. So we're going to want to go kind of in a normal orbital direction, right? We want to go at 90. We're kind of backwards right now, so we're actually going to go this way, but our okay. So let's take off. Let's spin around so it's the right direction. So we're going to leave at 90. Let's just go full bore here. And let's see what we got from that. All right, not much. That's all we need. Are we going to be able to do this? Are we going to make it home? I don't think we are. We may have to send a rescue crew out for Valentina. I'm trying to think of what our speed like this. So, well, here, we need to at least make it to orbit. So, I think Valentina may be stuck in orbit of Minimus for a moment where we can rescue her. Once we hit 300 meters, we'll speed up a little. 3,000, sorry. Gosh, I hope we don't have to land, and worse, I hope she doesn't have any trouble hitting the ground, litho braking too quickly. We're just gonna do this slow, pure horizontal velocity here. Just make sure she's surviving first. All right, it's a little too lopsided. We'll straighten it out. Yeah. Okay, she is in space. So we're going to let her raise it just a smidge to make sure. In space, no one can understand the Imperial system. That's true. All right. I don't think 70 is enough to get out of here. Slowly raise the, let's go down to about 50. Let's see what we get from this. Oh, shoot, let me make sure I'm in the right position here. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Let's see what she gets. Will she escape? I think she is. Okay, we may make it home. All right, that's definitely escaped. That's way too far for Minimus influence. Let's see what happens when we get dumped out of this orbit. There we go. All right. What's our orbit look like? Not great. Oh, it's way too good. All right. So we're in orbit between Minimus and... Yeah, so we would need to lose a lot more than we can. So we're going to stay here and we're just going to pull what little we have left to keep us from getting too disturbed by Minimus. I don't know that it's going to make a big difference. Yeah, that should be enough. All right. Rescue mission time. There will be no recovering Valentina at this moment. Let's go back to the Space Center. So she's just... I have not seen For All Mankind, no. How is it? Is it good? Should I watch it? I do like space. I like space things. And let's try to figure out how to rescue Valentina. I think if we upgrade the tracking station, it's so expensive, but it's very patched conics visible in map. I'll go ahead and out. Like, I am good enough that I could probably eyeball rendezvous with her, but I don't think I'm gonna try on stream because we don't. Oh, by the way, we do not have revert to launch. We do not have revert. We have no saves, no quick saves. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade the tracking station. That's going to allow us to plan our maneuvers. This changes everything. No longer will I be jankily trying to find out, like, eyeball my rendezvous with planets and things. All right. Let's see if we can't figure out a way to save her. She's going to want another... Do I have... I'll have to think about this. So I don't have... What can we do? We could make a really silly looking ship. What size is that? No, we need... Maybe I should get some more science somehow. Let's leave. Let's look and see what we can manage from contracts. Sometimes they'll give you stuff you want. Test. No tests that will help us. When you test a part, sometimes you can get it. Oh, I'm not on the screen. Why doesn't anyone ever tell me that? Sorry, I have to tab out and... There we go. Okay. When you test a part, though, like this Test J20 Juno basic jet engine, you don't actually have to own the part. They'll give it to you for that test. What we really need is that 45 research. We can also do something kind of unadvised. Let's do the unadvised thing. Let's screw it. Let's drop the parachute. We'll have a second capsule. And we'll radial mount some parachutes to it. All right, this will be super, super silly. Let's make sure no one is in that one. Empty seat, yes, that is what we want. Call this Mark II-R because it's a rescue vehicle. But what we do want to do is put a... we actually want this to go the other way. So the arrow points to what gets separated, and we're going to want a nose cone on this. There we go. Oh, boy. Also... because we're rescuing... Oh, no, this is no good. We're going to lose all that science. Ah, bananas. We need a docking port. How much is a docking port? I'll know if I like it after the first scene of the first episode. Oh, excellent. Well, I'll check it out. I mean, I love space stuff. You know, I wear all the NASA stuff, and I like space very much, so... I'm sure I will like it. Where is a docking port? Oh my gosh, it's even farther. Actually, this will do it. This research experimental storage unit, right? No, because we can't grab it because we can't EVA until we upgrade the astronaut station. 75,000? How much is this ship? We're going to do it. All right, we can EVA now. So she can grab all the science before she comes back. And we'll make our stupid looking thing. And we'll go rendezvous. Oops, I need to flip that. Let's zoom in and make sure I get the arrow right here. Right, we want this to be after that. Parachutes. 2 radials there. Make sure it's empty. No one's in it. Good. Fireworks. Let's ditch the extra nonsense. Oops. But we do want our heat shield. There we go. Okay, and then a nose cone. Here's our very upsetting rescue vehicle. Let's check all our stuff. Yes, those come off only... Actually, these can come off with the second stage. We'll lose the nose cone. Yeah, this is all good. Okay. And let's throttle these back a bit. We're going to thrust limit these to 75. Hit them both. Okay. Because we flew a little hot last time. Let's just get to orbit and then we'll figure out how to rescue our lost Kerbal. But I'll check it out after stream. I'll watch it while I fall asleep. Alright, double checking. Nope. See, I'm glad I double checked this. Oh no, it is good. That is good. Okay, we're all good. Jebediah to the rescue. Oh, let me fix the cameras. Oh gosh, I just said, oh gosh, this thing is not stable with the nose cone even. I'm having to correct a little. Alright, it looks like we're good though. We made it past the hard part. In space, no one can hear you stream. If I went to space, I would definitely stream from space. Has anyone streamed a game from space? I know they've streamed just talking and hanging out, but... Although I have no plans to go to space. Drop in the boosters. Full throttle. Deep gravity turn. Because we are way up there. No. I'm I meant plans to go to space. Cancel the stream. Look, we can see our apoapsis now. 80,000, that is perfect. Good gravity turn. Well, they could play like an old game. I'm sure a very old laptop, a handheld with a button. Output. All right, second stage and nose cone ejected. Let's make sure we lost the, we lost the decoupler. I did that right. All right, let's just get this boy into orbit, starting about right there. Burn it. Oh, start the engine, burn it. I may have started this a little late, but it's okay. Let's see what we get. I'm a little concerned. I did not fly that very well. Stayed in the atmosphere too long, didn't I? I think we can still get to Valentina. But we're in very low orbit. There are no fruit snacks in space. And I didn't have any freeze-dried ice cream. Which is also not in space, as it turns out, but... yeah. Set his target. Alright. Let's node here first. So this is still a little bit... because it looks like I can't do maneuver nodes, and that's because we don't have the planning upgrade, which I totally forgot about. So let's, we want to bring us down. So this is the descending node. Is that right? Yeah. So let's get ourselves aligned with the correct... oh, we're not going to make it on this one. We'll have to do it on the next one. It's getting close, though. All right, let's stay up. Whoop! I passed it. This will still work. They're close enough. It's so low. And it's close enough. All right, where is she at in her orbit? So she's on the lower end. And that's where we'd want to meet her. So we may want to just sort of watch for a moment. Oh gosh. We're going to fast forward quite a bit, actually. Let's get her over around about there. And then we will fly ourselves about here. Let's see if we can't make it to where she's at. I don't think we have the Delta V for this. This is bad. Not even close, actually. Rescue failed. Because we'd have to circularize up there. Alright, abort. Oh dear. Let's get Jeb in deep space so we can at least get something. Oh boy. That should be good. All right. Let's get ourselves back home and replan this. Well, we have a chance to test the rescue vehicle, see how it flies. Plus, he'll get some experience from this, so he'll be able to... It looks like it's stable. He's not controlling and it's flying correctly, so heat shield's lined up. As long as those parachutes are protected, they don't seem to be heating up. That was my main concern. So yeah, looks like this will work. G-forces aren't totally squashing him, although I think they're about to ramp up. No, he looks like it's pretty good angle. Oh yes, mobile port. Space Quest. Shoots are out. Can you still make them so they... No, they used to have a thing where you could spread them. I don't... They're not clipping too bad. I try to make stuff not clip because I like it when it doesn't, but they're a little clippy right now. We coming in on land? I didn't even look. Yeah, we are. Yeah, see, they're gonna clip a little. Oh well. We'll pretend that's not doing it. See, normal astronauts can't do this. We're gonna need some more Delta V. Like a lot. Actually, I should fly that differently. I shouldn't have. I turned earlier than I should have, maybe. And slow back down for the landing. Boop. Let's recover the vessel. Do we think we'll save Valentina? It's not looking good. We just burned through some cash, too, for no reason. Although we made some money. Can we upgrade this? No, 75. Flight planning. Ah, that's the other thing we need. 35 is not quite enough science. Idea. We're going to do a really quick launch of a silly ship to see if the pressure sensors, let's just do a new one. It's going to be real simple. I mean, it's literally just going to be another little mini science rocket. We're just going to use 3 pressure sensors. All right, let's just launch unnamed craft. Here we go. Because we haven't done pressure data on Kerbal that I know of. Upper atmosphere we did, but we're not going to make it to the upper atmosphere. So we're going to do the launch site. 3, that's good. We're going to do in the air. Oh no. I launched for the chute. This is upsetting. It should be okay. There we go. All right. We're gonna log the flight one. I was gonna log the ocean. That's enough. Atmospheric here. That was bad. Always check your staging. Always check your staging. But that was enough. So we should have 45 now. From those 2 atmospheric observations. And that very terrifying ride Jebediah just went on. Uber Kitten! How's it going? Yeah. Alright, 10 to land, about to hit the ground. There we go. Recover that vessel. All right, 48. Excellent. We can make this more sensible now. Do we want this or this? We can bring a passenger. Let's do this. Or wait, do we want this? Or I want this. I want this. Alright, that's not too expensive. Now our rescue ship won't be as silly looking. Let's open it back up. Mark II rescue. Let's get rid of this nonsense. Let's go back to the nose cone parachute. Let's pull the heat shield off. There we go. All right, it's a little big, but I think that should be safe. Check staging. Looks good. We're going to pull these back up. All right, let's launch this. Let's go get Valentina. Oh, we didn't check to make sure they didn't fill the slots. If Bob or Bill are on here, we're just going to have one parachute off the stack. They're not. Okay, cool. Let's wait till it's daytime, so we can see what's happening. There we go. Full throttle. No, not full throttle. Low throttle for this, right? What's our 2.21? Yeah, let's do about third. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. There we go, off of Cape Kerbal. I don't know what this is called. Let's get our info back. Okay. Pull our throttle back a little as it gets higher. Last time, my gravity turn was way too deep, too low. I think we bled a lot of delta V in the atmosphere. Ooh, those boosters touched. So we're, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, we're gonna flip. We're gonna flip. I took, nope, we didn't quite flip. Okay. Holy crap. That was not intended. That was aerodynamic forces shoving us towards the ground as we have, our gimbal attempted to keep us on the right path, which it barely did. I think a real rocket would have broken up right about then. The stresses across the side there were probably pretty high. It's brutal. Alright, now we can deepen it. There we go. I think that's much better. Let's check and see. No, it's not. We need to stay going up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a terrible flyer. I need a little more altitude. Yeah, there we go. This is better looking than before. 20 and hold. I mean, that already looks better than what we had. All right, separated. Wait till we're closer to our apoapsis. Probably right there because of the way this one is a little less push. I don't know if that's how you say that word, by the way. Sorry if it's wrong. Where's Valentina? Okay, this is perfect, actually. So let's go a little farther. Let's see if this is better. It's still crazy how much lower our... Like, we made it all the way here. Of course, she can hop out and help a little, but not much. Oh, he can hold. He has pro-grade hold now because he leveled up. Excellent. Yeah, this thing is underpowered for this. I don't know if that science stuff all weighed less than the people capsule, but this don't look great. Maybe I should have actually changed it. I thought I just flew a bad profile. Oh wow, we're right at the node too. No, he's holding. He's trying to fight me. Jeb is. This is not gonna work, guys. This is not gonna work. Oh, we can wave at her as we pass by. Hold on. It's really like, ugh, frustrating. It's already increasing. Yeah. Anyway, bananas. I should have bulked the ship up. Oh my gosh, we're intersecting the moon as well. We'll have to change that. That's not going to be good, is it? Then we'll have Jeb stuck. I'm trying to look and see if that'll actually help us. That'll help us. I think. Let's just see what happens. Plus now we can see the moon. Hey, we're in the moon. Let's get some science here. Let's see how that affected us. Oh gosh. No, that did the opposite of what we wanted. This is really bad. We're about to get ejected into solar orbit. Oh, Jeb. Now, what we want to do is actually... This one would be the fastest? This node? That's the wrong one. Other one. Towards the ground. There we go. Ah, overshot it. So what we're doing here is panicking because Jeb's about to leave the system here. Is that fast enough to turn it? So this is a normal... No, this isn't normal. This is, what are those called? I think that might make it, actually, at the speed that the thing's going down. 50. We're a little halfway there. I don't know. Dang it, I need to stop it at one of those. There we go. Whatever's happening there is good, I think. No, that's not good. I don't even know where that's coming from. Please make it back, Jeb. He's not gonna make it back. He's not making it back. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we want. I hope that conic is true. Let's see what happens. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Please be accurate. We've just barely done this. Yes. As long as we stay in the system. How high is that? 91? I think we're okay. Don't leave. No! Jeb! Let's watch for a second. I don't suppose we're coming back. We are higher, which means we're slower, and then we'll recross. Because we're in an So I'm hoping, as we're in solar orbit, that we come back over here into the sphere of influence. So in a lower orbit, the object in the lower orbit goes faster than you. And since we cross, we'll go slower again, but maybe when we cross, we'll re-enter influence. Yes, this may be a slightly longer vacation than expected. This all happened because I accidentally overshot the... I was supposed to slow down when we were at the apoapsis the first time. So when we cross, we'll go faster. And maybe we'll catch them. Sort of in the sky for a year. But gosh, that's a long way away. All right, we're coming back. We're merging here. Merged orbits. And now we'll be going faster starting now. Let's see how it works out for us. We're slowly catching. Oh, actually, we seem to be up, and we'll be going slower again. No, Jeb is lost. Alas. Elaborate rescue mission it is. All right, let's forget our friends in the air. Let's hire a pilot and save Valentina. And then Valentina can go save Jebediah. Jeb! Oh, hey, it's KSV. That's right, Mysterious Vesta. And we've just lost our friends. Not the admin building. Get out of here. Got a pilot? Oh my gosh, we don't have a pilot. It's not even an option. Not even an option. All right, well, Luckily, I can pilot. We'll just, let's just build a higher stack. Did that help us any? Yeah, 2,500. 500? Oh, that's... We should look at vacuum for that one. 2,000. All right, I think this will do it. What's our thruster weight? 2. That's perfect. Tried to rescue him on a small moon, and yeah, orbit is very fast. Yes. Let's see who's flying us today. Actually, you had one frame to grab? Yeah, no kidding. Let's actually go to the Space Center real quick, because I think we have the cash to give ourselves maneuvering nodes, which will save us quite the headache. Although we did pretty good. I think if we had the Delta V, we would have actually caught Valentina properly. Yeah, this is good. Okay, let's fly. Rescue mission 2 with friend of the... Oh, Uberkin. I didn't know how to use them for a long time, and I manually rendezvous. So the in-game tools are outrageously good compared to what I because I didn't realize that you could do that on the map. So after having to manually do it, they are incredible. But yeah, I know that people use something called, oh, it's got a silly name. Oops, I forgot I'm flying this thing. Crap. I pretty much was, yes, Orbital Mechanics by Vibes. Exactly what I was doing. Mech Jab. I've never had it, but I've heard it helps everything. That's the one. I don't have a pilot. Nay. Oh man, I hate manually flying. I have no SAS because there is a no pilot. I just got Bill here so that I can have control. I do a probe, but we don't have a satellite network, and we require comms for control, so that would not fly very well. Yeah, me drinking in the suit. I know that's not astronaut approved. I told myself I wouldn't do that and I'd keep the illusion up, but I've been in the suit for too long trying to do these rescues. Yeah, I'm using the keyboard to make these corrections. It is rough. I'm currently just doing this first stage by Vibes as well, but I think it's probably right. Yeah, I need a little sippy straw. I mean, I need that anyway, in the suit or not, right? Just hanging there. Oh, you've only seen Uber Kitten and I play it? Excellent. Uh-oh. Wait, does that mean Uber Kitten actually knows what's going on? I liked it when no one was, because then I could just do stuff and no one knew how bad I was at it. I'm kidding. Luckily, I can use a little bit of a game mechanic to sort of stabilize in space. When you use the speed up, you stop all motion, so... Let's lose that first stage and see where we're at. Okay. Oy, oy, oy. I think that's too far based on the last time. Right there, sounds good. And I'm gonna just line this up, and I am gonna use that to... Alright, what do I have? 2,000? The problem is Valentina used Minimus. But Minimus doesn't have that much of an effect. Hopefully... You know what? We're almost lined up again. This is good. We may just... But that's how she ended up in that horrible orbit. In the Mark II. Almost in orbit here. 16... Is this enough? Did I give us enough oomph? I don't know if I did. I didn't make that much of a change. I thought it would be enough, though. If we lose Bill, I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess Bob's flying. Bruce Spaghetti! Oh, it's very new for me. The only other game this new I've played was Subnautica and Subnautica 2. But yeah, I figured this is like just a random one-off weekend stream. I mean, I might play again one day, but this is so bad. This isn't anywhere close to where we need to be right now. Delta V-wise. I think Valentina's a better pilot than Bill. Yeah, we've got nowhere near enough Delta V for this, but we're gonna try anyway. Look how off her thing is. going into the moon again. Only this time, literally, we're going to hit the moon. So I'm wondering if we should do that and see how that goes. No, that's too high. That's better. That's better. It's not as good. All right, that's okay. We're missing the moon. That's the main thing. Let's get to this ascending node. Let's see if I can't fudge this somehow. That's ascending node. Must descend. Anti-normal. Ah! I don't know why we're even still continuing this. There's no chance in hell we're gonna rescue her with this. Should probably stay on the node. Yeah, see, it's just too much. Okay, now where are we at with her? Yeah, that's what I was hoping, but we had to, like, match her stupid off-center thing. We're just gonna have to... Yeah, no, we're just gonna land. I'll build a stupid ship to save her. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's clearly not good enough. I'm trying to see my height there. There we go. That should do us. No moon intersect. You missed it. We landed on Minimus with no, like, Valentina. Of course, she got stuck because I didn't quite have enough for her, but... Alright, into the Earth. Into Kerbal, rather. Nope, 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 nope. I forgot, he can't stabilize, so we're gonna have to do it manually. Till it catches some air, and... It is flight stable once it is in the atmosphere, but... Not yet. Stabilize, heat shield out. Heat shield out. Needs a little deeper than this. Now I'm having to manually do this. It's irritating. Oh my goodness. Keeps almost blowing up our passenger compartment. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. It's about to start tumbling. I can't hold it. There we go. Come on. You got it. You got it. You got it. Do not blow up. 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 Hopefully there's someone for hire at the old astronaut office that's a pilot. It should be stable here. I'm not sure why it's not. Maybe because I'm never quite hitting it. If I could just get it centered. There we go. It should... It was centered without SAS earlier, I thought. Maybe not. Maybe Jeb was holding it in. Oh, wait, no, that was the other one. Jeb never came back with this one. This is not stable at all. Valentina will be on board next time, though, so she can hold it for us. Okay. We can tumble all we want now. Yeah, it flies a little lilted. Listed. You can kind of actually see it where it hits like these edges that it kind of bounces between. There you go. I've made it tumble. So it circles the center, but it won't stay centered because of the little extra weight, I guess. All right. Parachute's armed, so. Woof. Unsuccessful rescues. I wouldn't even like bother rescue him if we had a pilot and we could do a little more science and get some better stuff, but. And splash. Well, at least Bill got some experience out there. There we go. I don't have a way to derez. I'm so sorry. And I tried to refund it and I accidentally hit the check mark instead of the X. I was thinking, yes, I want to refund. That's the best derez I can do. It's the ultimate derez. Yeah, this I only just threw this together today because I was like, hey, I'll stream some Kerbal. And I didn't add any of the functions. I meant to cancel that one as an option, and I'm so sorry I did not. And I'm so sorry I'm bad at. And I don't know if I was muted that whole time, but I was saying that this little vehicle doesn't feel like it has enough either. I don't know. Should I do more boosters? I never do more than 2 boosters. 4 seems outrageous. Oh, I'm very professional, I know. Ugh, the worst. Let's just fly it. What do I care? This probably will work. This thing's gonna break up in the air, isn't it? It doesn't have any control. I'm gonna have to manually fly it. Why not 6? That's right. You could hear me because the vacuum stays. All right, 5, 4. Oh, let's at least have Bill up in his, I'm sure, panicked. Actually, I guess I could do this as well. I can move. Uh-oh, he's too big. It's too small. Ugh, there we go. All right, ready for flight. Right, no operational SAS modules. That's right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! It's already spinning and listing. Correcting as best I can manually. Oh my gosh, I need to pull that back. We're going way too fast down here. Of course, that means I lose control because the gimbal is the main control that I have of this craft. Luckily, we're going to be pretty high up pretty quickly. I can't do anything but stare at this ball right now, which is frustrating. All right, we're at 11. Oh my gosh, this thing pulls heavy into a spin. We are making plasma on launch. Lost the boosters. All right, we're in more reasonable flight. I am not taking a turn while we're plasmaing. Yeah, I should have put fins on it, shouldn't I? All right, we're turning. Yeesh. I'm gonna make it a little deeper than normal. Okay, I think we're good. Aerodynamic forces are minimal. Let's check our map. Yeah, 139. Yeah, we can probably just straighten this out. All the way to the horizon. We'll stay a little above it. Okay, this might actually be better if this actually works. Pretty stable there. Drifting slightly. You know what I should do? I should have done this earlier. I should have marked this as target earlier, and then I could pre-tilt my orbit instead of having to reoppose, which I'll end up doing later anyway. This should at least give us a few degrees off. Assuming we're... Gosh. Is this thing never going to end? Okay. Let's see how we're looking. Woof. Okay. Alright. I guess I forgot we can do this now. Where's she at? That's not too bad. We could maybe catch her up there. $1,300. We'd have 1,000 left. We'd want to pull this way. No, pull it this way. And then slow down. Whoop, way too fast. Keep pulling it though. It's still pretty far. Are we not at the right angle? No, we're not. We should do this later. We'll just get into orbit for now. It's just like 425. Okay. So it's 40-second burn. It's not really in the right spot though. Kill that. I'm going to pull it up because that's the direction we're going anyway. Okay, 50-second burn. So we'll start at 25, yeah? Starting the burn. And we're not going to go below the horizon just because it's no need. I don't mind if it's a little... Dent in the skull? Yeah, no kidding. My goodness. That's good enough for me. Okay, so this is the one we really care about. Oh, look how much difference that made. It's really good. Oops, that was way too much. Whoa. So 0? Excellent. Gosh, that's a lot more than I thought, though. 100. But still, it used to be 8. Just aiming downward just helps so much. 11-second burn, so we'll start at 6 seconds. Well, went a little late. That'll be fine. Probably. I don't know why that's not... What does control locked mean? I don't get it. Well, no idea what that's about. That doesn't matter. It kind of does, actually. Does anyone know why I can't make a new node and delete the old node? But we're at 0, so that's the main thing. I think we are anyway. It's hard to tell. So where is Valentina? Control locked, cannot delete maneuver node. I don't get it. Has anyone ever had that happen? So we need to come back around, I think. Gosh. What if I, like, go to the Space Center and come back? Will that fix it? It's very strange. Okay, so we caught her. That took a little doing, but sorry, I was focused on the getting it just right. I think right about now we might want to start fixing it. Not too much though. All right, let's go a little longer. Let's fix it again. Separation point 4. We'll wait for that. That's close enough for her to EVA over to us, honestly. Point 3. I should have her in sight. Yeah. Just slow down a little more. So right now we're using the target mode. So we are doing relative velocity to our target, which is her capsule. And I'm relining it up with the pink is her the target. Well, it's actually the anti-target, but because we're going slow. So we're going to let her get a little closer. All right, we're going to correct now. Just a smidge. Get closer. Okay. And we're going to full stop relative to her in now. All right. Actually, let's go ahead and transfer transfer crew. There we go. Now, Valentina. It's going on Olivier. So first thing she's going to do is take data. We're going to open this up. We're going to let go. Take data. We're going to get all this data she got, which is good stuff. I thought she had data in here. This is upsetting. Collect data. Remove data. That says that it won't work anymore if you... Is she not close enough? Well, she's gotten some stuff. I've accidentally imparted a bit of a spin on this. Take data. All right, we got some stuff. That's good enough for me. Oh, Valentina! Valentina saved! Let's go ahead and... We changed the UI, so they're too big now, but there we go. And there she is. Looking real happy to be on board. permanently happy. He cannot be sad. All right, let's check out our orbit and see what we can do here. Should be good to just blast down. Jebediah is going to take a little more work to rescue. Oh, hold on. That's not what I wanted to see. There are Parapsis. Okay. Periapsis, sorry. Just want to get us down to like 35. Would be good from here. All right, 33. That'll work. We do have SAS now, which is good because we have a pilot on board. We're coming back in. So that moon intercept is after we enter that Kerbin's atmosphere, and that's going to slow us down so much that that is not going to be a problem. So, all right, I am going to do like a close by just once we get even closer, actually. So it doesn't change our entry too much. I'm going to burn slow. Just not to waste the fuel. And do a little up so it tries to keep us. Keep it at 30 or so. I'm just watching that Periapsis. There we go. Perfect. I don't want to waste any fuel. All right. There's separation from the second stage. We'll lock in on our surface anti-velocity vector. Of course, it's more important once we get into the atmosphere, which is now. So she's going to hold this steady for us as we burn in. Okay. Once we get in a little deeper, I'll correct it. Oh, I got Valentina piloting. I'm going to do a few corrections here. This thing is a little unstable. Watch our heat shield bleed off under a blader here. It's pretty slow. 2 Kerbinauts deep in space. Valentina. No, Bill's fine. Jeb and Valentina were lost in deep space, although Valentina has been rescued. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're about to lose them. Holy crap. Nope, nope. You're not a missile. Do not explode. There we go. I almost lost Bill there. I thought she could hold it, but I guess she can't. She can just barely hold it. Okay, we still have our parachute attached. Did not explode. Oh, it's an old news story. Sorry, yeah. I mean, I definitely should be catching heat for losing Jeb into solar orbit. Like, that's really bad. Well, I guess he'll technically intersect eventually, probably like a decade from now. Maybe 20 years. We could just go watch and see what happens, but... Little re-entry troubles. This is very unstable craft I've rigged together because we do not have a 2-seat capsule at the moment. Maybe I should have put fins on this. Alright, we feel good now. Alright, full speed. I'll use the galactic ecliptic here to let us see ourselves. My goodness. But that rendezvous wasn't so bad once we had the Delta V. Right? Who was it that said the Uber kitten? Yeah. Right? Said the... I do want to add ultra realistic physics in Earth System, but I tried to add that mod and did not work with my computer. I mean, it worked, but it was choppier. Of course, this is choppy right now because of the stream, so you can see it lagging a little. But mine is choppy. Mine is not normally choppy when I'm just playing myself. That's what I meant to say there. There we go. About like 10 more minutes on that. I don't really know. I don't keep track of it well. Okay, there we go. Look at all that science we got. That's why we needed Valentina. Now we can stop messing around because we have no money. Because I spent it all on rockets to save them. What do I want? I definitely want this, but how much is it? 15,000. That's not bad. I don't care about the planes right now. We're good without that. Let's... Propulsion systems. Those are the little ones. I think fuel. These are going to be so expensive. 63,000. Just buy the stuff we want. Want this fuel tank. Which adapter is it that I want? I do want these. I love these. Do you guys love these? These are like my favorite thing. These are like the Soyuz boosters. MechJeb was wrong? Oh. Yeah, I've never used MechJeb, but I've heard it does make that easier. Although I don't think it's too bad once you get the three upgrades to be able to, is it three? 2 or 3 upgrades to be able to do the mission planning. Let's sorts it out, okay. I think it's this one. And then this one. All right. I think that's what I wanted. Let's get rid of these solids. Solids are for solids. Let's open up this Mark II, but I'm going to ditch everything below the science package. Alright, and I am going to add one disposable science thing. Turn this into what looks like crappy mercury. What do we have in here? Yeah, that's everything. Okay. We're good there. I do not need a decoupler on this. I need a fuel tank. Oh, excellent. All right. Oh no! It's not the right size. Oh, bananas. So I need this one too. That's probably enough. Do I even have an engine for this? I really don't. Do I have engine plates yet? Oh, bananas. Would that have done the adapter in one move? There's no fuel in it, but that's okay. But anyway, as we just found out, I actually don't have any engines. I'm going to save this, even though we haven't done much as Mark III. Okay. Yeah, so we don't have enough, so we will do one more. We'll go to the moon, but we'll just do like a flyby or maybe just orbit, but we will not land on the moon just yet. Not quite ready for it. Trying to think of how to make this work. I guess it won't. So we're just going to use these. That is a tall rocket. My goodness. That might be too tall. It didn't get any new engines. Ooh. I think these are too big to place on a small frame like this. So I may skip the middle engine and just go these for like a structural thing and lower this and have a second stage, but we're gonna just look and see what it looks like. That's, well, hold on, that might work. It looks kind of silly, but these do have and now we really gotta mess with the staging. All right, these need to go off. So these solids right here are, they blow these back away during separation. So they're separation motors. You can go the whole time. Is one enough? This looks terribly unstable. Are we in vacuum? Okay, yeah, I don't want vacuum. All right, what's too much? 33 parts. Meh. I know just what to cut. Because we have this up here, we'll go to singles of all these. Let's hope I center it close enough. That's nowhere near centered. Nor is that. Nor is that. That's close enough for me. Same with this. Just gonna, oh, you gotta take the heat shield off to do this, right? Because they don't mount very well on this without shield. So we're just gonna do them right next to each other. All right, there's our rocket. That seems reasonable. It's not too crazy. Let's double check all our stuff. Nope, they've moved it around. Staging looks good. Let's go. We're going to the moon. Fantastic. I just saw the, and stage left I just got was also a pun. I'm so bad at puns. All right, crank it up. 1.87, that's not bad. Valentina back in the seat. Ha! That's me. I'm not supposed to be here yet. All right. Now let's see where the moon is before we start this nonsense. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What was that? Oh, that's her. I'm so sorry. I thought they had Jeb intersecting Kerbal, and I was about to panic and go take over his craft, but that was just the orbit of the Kerbal. Right, where's the moon? Here it is. So KSC's there. We're gonna have to wait a little while. Let's spin around. We're not gonna orbit Kerbal first. We're going straight to the moon. Three o'clock is almost exactly right. So we're gonna go and set target. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. off we go. Let's see if she makes it. We're getting a nice, what is it called? I forget the guy's name, but it's the cross you get when a Soyuz tosses its boosters. Should get something similar. Korolov? Korolov? I don't know. I'm going to pull these back a little. We're going a little fast. Should probably watch our speed. Nah, we're alright. Maybe there. Max Q. Back to full throttle. Start a slight turn. Oh, wait. Oh, no! Oh, boy. This is going to be rough. I've installed no swivel. I thought the center was a swivel, and it is not, so... Also, I did end up going too fast. It's no good. Not supposed to do that on the launch. Just ignore that. Alright, we're using our reaction wheel. Oh, there it is. Nice. Alright. We're using reaction wheels here. This is rough. Our orbit is outrageously high. Gosh, this is so bad. But we have way too much Delta V, so we'll be fine. And I know it looks like we're heading towards the ground. We are just turning... Well, now we're heading towards the ground just a smidge, but... There we go. All good. Just burn like this for way too many. So this should shoot us right out to the moon. Oh, I got 1,500 to go here. Looks good still. That's looking good too. This is not the recommended / most efficient way to do this, I don't think, but I always like doing it this way. Staging happening now. Good. We actually started a little late. I should have done that earlier I forgot at angles like that. The moon should have been farther back. We're going to have to correct this a little. Well, that'll work. It's not ideal. But... hell, let's fix it. Actually, I think I want to go... I don't want to be target. I want orbit. Is it this one? No. I head towards... Yeah, it is actually this one. So we really need to undo some of the things we've done here. There we go. So this will rotate... slow down a little. We have plenty of Delta V to burn because this is intended eventually to get us there. We'll need to make a lander, but... looks good to me. Actually, it doesn't. Why are we exiting there? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think it's because we're so wide. If we had done this properly, it would have been different. There we go. That's the silliness that I wanted. All right. Let's watch ourselves fly towards the moon. Ah. Okay. We're heading towards our periapsis of the moon. We're going to orbit the moon now. I'm going to keep it sort of like this elliptical. I'm going to get us real close, though. Yeah, do it there. Like uncomfortably close. Like I may have to adjust as we get there. All right, let's do it. All right, let's do some science real quick. We only have one goo, but we're gonna do this log pressure data. It's Sapphire in a vacuum. We're also gonna log high over the moon. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there's no matter either to be hot or cold except this spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. We'll get her report, and then we can gather it all into this. So now we can take more measurements later. I'll just leave the service bay open for now. All right. Now we're going to descend quite close. Quite close. Whoa, slideshow. I should have kept those out. I need to take pressure. This should be near the moon, yeah. So we'll keep this science. And also get her opinion of things. And I just want to get closer. I don't think it changes anything, but I like to watch our stuff. So there's the moon's surface. And we have this science lab here. So we're going to do the materials study. The high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. It looks like this would be fun to paint the rocket with it. And do the goo. We're heading back away, so that's as close as we're getting. That wasn't actually as close as I thought it'd be. The goo feels right at home here. All right, and if I did this right, which I most likely didn't, no, I kind of did, then speeding away now would be a good thing. Yeah, looks perfect. Let's do a little more just because it seems unsure. Yeah, we're still too close to the moon, so we can't speed up. So let's just enjoy this. Are we gonna clear it? Yeah, we're fine. All right. I think we can probably speed. No, it said 8,000 or 5,000. But we're already heading away. Yeah, that mountain's nowhere near us. There's our home, the moon. I wonder if Minimus is one of those. Sometimes you can see Minimus, but it's very, very small from far away. All right, that's our first excursion to the moon. Let's close these material bay doors, even though it doesn't matter. I just like to do that. That wasn't so bad. Hopefully this will get us some cash that we desperately need. I do like this game a lot. All right, let's speed up. That was fun. Back into orbit. All right, we're back in Kerbal influence. This game does not do 3-body gravity. You just earn the influence or not of something. Let's get that down. About 35. Which would be good. Just there. They won't all be in frame for a while. Earth, Sun, Moon. I'm sorry, Kerbal, Sun, Moon. I couldn't run the Earth one. It's so sad. All right. Let's do a little of this. Make sure we keep our... Oops, that's the wrong way. I think I should... Oh, I'm literally going the wrong way. Never mind. There we go. Oops. Just bleeding speed off with what we have. There we go. That's looking really good. All right, she has velocity vector holding now. Plus this thing is arrow, like this will fly, right? Back home. There. And I'm back, although I'm in the wrong spot. I've moved. Landing. Those survived re-entry. And while we're here, may as well, in case we haven't. Let's slow down just a second. Oops. Well, I guess we're just getting the water ones. The log pressure data. Log temperature of the ocean. Get her opinion of being in the ocean. Ah, we've already done that. Collect! Yay! Look at all this science. And we're rich again. Well, that's really not as much money as we should have, but hey, and she leveled up. Alright, we need these engines. Yeah, just buy them all. We'll be fine. We also want this, though. Those are cheap. Alright, last thing we do before I go. Let's build a lander. We'll hold this for a second. This may stay the same. Well, that won't. Hold on. Actually... There. We'll probably change the bottom as well. Alright. Delta V and vacuums 12. That should be fine. But we need to add a few more things. It's not quite enough. Would this be enough? It's less, of course it is. Gosh, I don't want to have a bigger one. Do we have those funny fuel tanks? Yeah, we do. Okay. Okay, never mind. This will work. That's right. We don't have... No. We do have an engine plate. Okay. Oh, only the big ones. Goodness. That's... I hate doing that. That looks so stupid. Maybe we'll just use the real engine just so it doesn't look silly. That's enough. That's plenty. Wait, no. This is an outrageously tall lander, but... Does that have the... Oh, I didn't put a decoupler, which I will definitely want. Yeah. Let me check this though. 14. 14 skin. 7. That should be good enough. Where's my legs? Is that enough? I can't ever remember. We may just be stuck on the moon. We'll just see what happens. We'll call that valid, even though it's a little clippy. I think we're going to want a little more here. Oh, it already has a... outlandishly tall, but we're actually going to fix that. That's okay. Yeah, that should be plenty. Then 12. There's supposed to be one more. So that's this engine. There we go. Well, what's this engine? Oh, that should be up here. What the hell is this engine? That's not right. No, that's that one. Okay, so I did it backwards. Yeah, there we go. Okay, staging is correct. Okay, so good there. 1.6, 3.6 is good. 0.9. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. Let's get Valentina on the moon here. Oh, parts. 43. Yeah, that's too many. 43. You may be able to ditch these. No. 43. Gosh, I have to lose 13 parts? 13 parts. I could lose the whole science package, but that seems like a bad idea. Here, let me save it, and I'm going to see what happens if I ditch all the science. But not the heat shield. I think it lost its decoupler too. Seven too many. Ooh. Yeah. How much is it to do this? Upgrade the VAB? 225. We need money. Is there any way to get like a plant a flag on the moon? 60,000 advance. Yeah, we're gonna take that. 49,000, that's not enough. We need like huge advances. None of these are paying enough at all. I'll take that one. It's still not enough money, but yeah. This thing's overbuilt anyway, but I prefer that. I may be able to ditch this whole thing. What is that? Oh, I was supposed to extend that just slightly by doing this instead. That's still overbuilt. I think that'll be fine. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go! Probably should have something stabilizing this because it's not. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Seriously? We lost Valentina. Who wants to cheat a little? Because I don't think we would have lost her if I had like not been messing with the cameras. I can cheat very slightly. Allow revert to launch. There we go. We're just going to revert to the launch. No one tell anyone that I did that. I don't want Valentina to have died because I didn't put an arm on this thing. Oh, it doesn't have... Maybe she should be dead. I don't know. It doesn't have enough thrust. I didn't even check that. Of course it doesn't. I took off all the boosters. Cover vessel. I guess she should be dead then, because she would have... See, I thought it was because I was tabbed out and it fell over because I was messing with the cameras, but now I'm thinking, oh, I should turn myself back on, that would have happened anyway, and I didn't have an abort or anything. Why did I not check this? 0.94. Let's just drain this just until it's... heck, let's just... say low. It may be worth just taking the tank off. Launch. That's not really enough. How much space do we have? 25. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll stick 2 boosters on this. But they'll be solids. Shoot, we can't. We can't stick 2 boosters on it. We can't nose cone them. Blah, blah, blah. We could do 1 booster. This thing has gimbal. Alright, we're gonna do something really wacky. Here we go. We're gonna single booster this thing. It's been done before. Let's at least line it up in an ordinal here. Then we'll add back this. This is not recommended by anyone. This may end badly, but she's supposed to be dead anyway. No, no, no. Here, we might actually want to... Okay. Where's our center of gravity? There we go. Okay, we're going to be rotating this a little. I really don't want that blowing into there, though. Do you think the gimbal on this is enough to counteract a freaking booster? Probably not. I saved her with cheats. If she goes down, she goes down. Nope. Yeah. I meant to thrust limit it as well. So I need to go back and do that. So we're going to recover a few more seconds here. Because I didn't even check if that gave us enough boost anyway. I have another idea too. Sort of help with this. We'll slightly rotate it. Ever so. So sketchy. This is what you get when you can't upgrade the VAB. First, let's check. What's our deal right now? 1.24. Honestly, I don't feel like I need to thrust limit it. I should probably rotate it, though. Well, hold on. I need to actually rotate the whole thing. There we go. That's legit. Nah, she's a good pilot. She'll handle it. It'll be fine. This isn't worse than, like, what? It'd work if the booster had gimbal, which it does not. And I don't think we have a gimbal booster. And I didn't check any of this. This is actually correct, though. Let's go. Not even close. Abort, 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 abort. Like I said, she was supposed to be dead. RIP. This time for real. To the Space Center! I think that might have hurt our rep a little. I didn't really think that would work, but it looked really fun. I thought it'd be a little less dramatic. World first milestones. Yeah. Do we got any astronauts to hire? Pilot Lorem Kerman. There we go. Let's get Chesney. All right. Chesney, you have a tough job ahead of you. How can I do this? Okay, that was a dumb idea. What are we working with? 4 parts. 4 parts. I could take something else off. You know what? This might work. Take the fuel tank off, but make this the fuel tank, right? Isn't there a fuel adapter that does this? Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. $1.10. We're going. Here we go. Do I have room? I need to add a launch. There, it's totally legit. Well, hold on, that's going through the floor. Do I have room for one more? Might be better to like maybe stabilize it on both sides. That's always safe. It's fine. It'll be fine. We're going to the moon. We're going to land on it. I don't know that we're coming back, but we might. We might come back. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Let it settle for a second. All right. Oh, the moon's in sort of a good spot, actually. What? It said it was... It said it had 110. Well, slow takeoff. Oof. This is not going to end well. I mean, that really lurched off the pad, didn't it? I thought it said it was at 110. I maybe should have, like, not done that. Oh, well. We're 110 now. This is the last flight, by the way. Chesney is either making it to the moon or not, but we are not going to be here much longer. I've only been awake for like 12 hours. I slept way too late yesterday. It's not intentional. Let's pull that gimbal back. So but I should probably try to sleep a little before I wake back up, and I don't know. I think I have to be up in like 7 hours. But I don't need 7 hours of sleep. I need like 4 maybe. Gosh, this was really stupid. Where's our moon? Yeah, seems right. Looks like I target it. In 500 meters here. Used a whole lot of fuel for nothing, I'll tell you. Let's at least pretend to turn. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. Maybe I should have just used that structural one. I don't know if I needed all that fuel. Ended up not using it to do anything useful. Oof, this is bad. I meant to change that engine. That's bad. This may work, I don't know. Hold it at 30 degrees. Oh, I didn't bring up the stuff. Let's... There we go. Let's see how we're doing. That should be high enough, yeah. This is not really going the way I was planning, but it's something. It's gonna be a long burn. 260 seconds. Oh, this is Kerbal. Pretty much what happens every time I play, which is a mess. Oh, we lost Valentina. That's my favorite pilot. They do not respawn. She is lost, but not forgotten. And it was a pad accident. Ugh. So right now we're ignoring that target because we're doing a direct flight to the moon is not feasible without much faster, like outrageously faster. So we're gonna use an orbital trajectory here, as you should. I think we're good for a second. I'm not going to do direct like we did earlier. We're just going to try and at least get into some sort of orbit and use our two other stages. Oh. I may have waited too long. This thing's so slow. Pull it up just a little, waste some fuel, but because we have a lot of room to fall, but change my mind. We're gonna go. What little difference this makes. This is a tragic flight. I'm gonna stop at 100. I don't mind if it's a little lopsided. All right, let's get back into position. Let's do this the real way. Oh, that's not quite right. Do it maybe here. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Just do it here. There we go. That's the way. All right, so we'll use a little bit of our other stage. And it's 1 minute and 43 seconds, so we're going to want to do 50 seconds to go. That's probably right. It's a little late, but... All right. We who are about to die salute you. I don't think they're going to die, but they're not going to come home. They're going to live on the moon from now on. Oh well. It'll just give us someone else to rescue. Old Chesney. We're going to get paid a lot of money, though, when she plants the flag on the ground. Right? How much is it? Oh, it doesn't say there. But I think it's like 100K. All right, coming into staging. Stage. Just a little bit of burn here. So my plan was that last stage would get us on intercept. This would deorbit us. And then the final one, of course, is for landing and removing ourselves from it. And I thought a little bit of the deorbit one would bleed speed late in the landing, or early in the landing, sorry. Unfortunately, it looks like that is not the case. All right, intercepting soon. We are in Mooner influence. Let's get down to our periapses. All right. How many Kerbals are we in? We've only lost one permanently. Valentina died on the pad in a tragic miscalculation. Slash, I saved her because I thought it was something else. I thought it was because I was tabbed out, and then I did something very stupid and lost her. But Jeb is in solar orbit also due to a tragic miscalculation. All right. We're just going to go on and burn down into a landing. In that big crater right there. Which, really we need to wait a little bit because it's going to spin a bit, right? No, it's not. I was wrong. Let's just pull it down. Whoa, too much. There, that should do it. Let's get closer to our site. Ugh. All right, we're coming in kind of hot here. Oh, crap. My key's not working. Oh, gosh. No! Misstaged. This is bad. And my keyboard just broke. Okay. This is... Anyway, over the hill into the crater. That's the idea. So what happened there was I thought I had turned off... I thought I had turned off the warp, and I hadn't. Well, I think this actually would have gone really well had I not just misstaged. I do not know why I slowed down that much. I was not paying attention. I'm still recovering from how ridiculous that was. Well, I guess we'll just suicide burn after we get closer to the land. It's not too far away. Hey, look, something survived that horrible accident. Or is that a feature? I can't tell what that is. Anyway, here's our sad little lander with no science. No others lost. Just, well, Valentina is all. But she wasn't, like, lost so much as murdered. Well, mildly. No, that is just a feature, isn't it? Just like a crater. I don't think we can get back with... Well, maybe we can. I don't know. 800? I don't think so, but... Kind of a hard landing. But we did it. Turn SAS off. Should settle. All right. Crew report. 20 science. That's great. Yay. Remove helmet. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Plant a flag. There's that second stage landing. Val's... What? Val's crater. I don't know. In memory of Valentina. She will be missed. All right. That's upsetting. Well, Jesney made it to the moon. Valentina, not so much. Right, careful, Jesney. Do not knock over your ship. Let's look where we are. Let's wait a few minutes here. Oh wait, it's the moon. It doesn't turn. It's tidally locked. All right, so that means we're going to want to... Well, hell, let's just try to get off this thing. Let's wait till daytime. I forgot that we don't actually... That's the other one that works like that. All right. There we go. We'll just do it old school. Whoa, lag. This thing is wild. Oh, the SAS is off. I was like, what is happening right now? No, it is lagging a little. That's weird. Moon loading. Now let's see where we're at right now. That was a little intense. Yep, that's what I figured. Not very far. I don't think Chesney's going to make it off the moon. No, that's not so bad. Getting to low orbit. Okay. You know, I think we might have gotten off of this rock if I hadn't staged so badly. We had 800 left in that thing, didn't we? Or 600? Oops, hold on. Whoa, that's way too fast. My goodness. That's still too fast. It's too slow. All right, let's go. Let's just see where we get with this. Not gonna even escape the moon influence, are we? No, just in like a weird, crappy orbit now. All right, well, there's where Jesney lives till we rescue him. Her, sorry. But we planted the flag and we got our money, so we have money to rescue. 169,000. Yes. All right, if that's the case, let's go back to the Space Center. So I think mission success there. Mission success. We got our cash. I think we can upgrade the VAB now. And with that, we will be set to do lots of things. And I won't have to be kind of jank. Oof. It's like all our money, but we can. But that'll give us access to basically anywhere we want to go. I didn't mean to go into it. I meant to right-click it and upgrade it. And I can fix this back to the nice-looking one with way too much Delta V for Mooner operations. Which I think we will do. And then I'll go. And we'll raid someone in the middle of the night. Alright, get rid of this awful thing. I don't know when we'll play again. This is sort of a one-off random, but if we do, we'll rescue Jesney, and then more importantly, we'll get Jeb back. Where'd I put that motor? Did I toss it? Oh well, I guess I did. Let's get this thing set back up to how it's supposed to look. Oops. There we go. And of course, one other issue. Lost all our science. There we go. Much more sensible. All right, you guys need to go there. You come back here. 1.6, much better. It's in a vacuum. Let's go back here. Still much better, much better, much better. And vacuum for those three. Oh, one last thing. This stupid second stage, I never fixed its motor. Do a Reliant, because we should be pretty close to space by then. Alright, gosh, I hate how it redoes everything when you do that. All right, let's get, we will save that. We don't have a pilot right now. Which I just realized that's going to cost a lot of money, isn't it? We'll have to take another mission. Plant a flag on Minimus. Absolutely. 56,000. Oh, yeah. That'll take 2 seconds. And we need to hire a pilot. We're going to get Lily. And that'll be that. Do we have enough to launch our vehicle? It's 47,000 is what we have left. I think we'll be able to plant a flag on... Yeah, 40,000. Okay, so we'll plant a flag, and maybe on the way back, we'll rescue the other one. Next time, though, because that's it for the old Streamerini. Just need to do a few typings for credits. Congrats. Yeah, our time was about 1 hour and 50 seconds till I landed on Minimus. So that I already did the prediction, but just in case you missed it. Why am I still in the space chute? We're on the ground. What am I doing? Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I know it's late. I don't know how many people are still awake, but we'll cut to the old credits. Incoming credits music. Also, thank you so much for the subscriptions, heart and creativity, and the cheers, the Uber kitten. Hope everyone has a great night. Hear the birds chirping in the background. There we go. I'll find us someone to raid. I'm sure someone's doing something. Probably not more Kerbal. I'll probably raid a retro streamer like usual. See who's on. Hey, have an awesome night, Lincarius. I'll be back Monday with some Amiga August. Amiga August. Yes. What? Here, let's write Depths. Because Depths is playing NES. Legacy of the Wizard. I still need to play that. That's a good game from my understanding. Yeah, thanks so much. Sorry, it's just a little random, silly stream, but yeah, I just want to play some Kerbal. Everyone have an awesome night, and sleep well, or wake up well, or whatever you're doing right now. Bye.